Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. A very tough run, but for a pretty short gain out near the 32. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 31, Prescott under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bears take over. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game.
Check three. Hey, watch it.
They'll run for it with Montgomery. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Trubisky will throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. Now Trubisky to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Intended that time for Cooper, but now it's third down.
And 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. This is Johnson, he's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. This to Jarwin. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 38.
Prescott from the gun. Got an open man, the tight end Jarwin. And he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. They run the counter. Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky. Robinson's got it. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 56 yards as the Bears push further out in front. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape.
It got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A pretty good looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. From the 27, Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Kill. Hey, check 24. Check 24. We're going to 53.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. And is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Blake Jarwin there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Got it.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Swift. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. 62 yards. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck.
He's got a man, complete, the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play here for the Cowboys. 59 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have once again taken the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Here I come again.
Here's Trubisky to throw. That's taken in by Callaway. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
64, weak. Jim. Alert 3.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
70 Indians.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down now, Swift. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Swift. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Brad, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that. And this is caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Antonio Callaway, 43 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big run that time by Elliott. 47 yards on the ground. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. After the sack on first down, Prescott, he gets this one to Johnson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott as they have taken the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing here, Trubisky. Flush to his right. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. On 3rd down, Swift. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done. And they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. He's going to look deep down the field, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. That's complete to Robinson. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Watch out.
Trubisky to throw again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes. 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
He can't, man. He's not going to get me. 54.
Now Trubisky, escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Pinheiro is good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked out since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup, as we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play action. It's Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for up. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have now moved out in front.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Let's go.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. He finds Robinson. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jalen Smith charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Ready, ready.
Mike 5-4. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Go, go, go. 54, line 54.
Here we are. Check. Check your heart rate.
No, Leo. Let's go.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Flushed out right. He's got his tight end, Burton. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a Turkey Bowl, a Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get together this year on the day.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big pickup of 38. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Trubisky to throw. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Check three.
Hey, Alpha.
Now it's Trubisky. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. It's a big play for the Cowboys on 3rd. 66 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun again to Elliott. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Blake Jarwin A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Going deep this time for Miller. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Ooh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
First down, Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Prescott. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Here we go.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. He'll have a first down past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They go play action with Trubisky. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Hey, team 6.
15, 15. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Check. Go.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Look at me. Go, go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing, and this is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And now they have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is up to 5. This is taken at the 3. Cordell Patterson, the 40, past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. The kick return touchdown goes for 97 yards. And now they have taken a 4th quarter lead. They had just lost the lead. That deficit sure didn't take long to erase. They return the ensuing kickoff for a touchdown.
Love the thunderbolt that just came out of that one that puts him in the end zone and back in the lead. Your only question, your defense just gave up a score that put you behind. Well, that score you just added on the board will energize.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And you just look at it right here at this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this 4th quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense. Might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
53's mine. Check. 53's mine.
Looking to throw. Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 56 yards as they have taken the lead. So that punctuates the comeback. They just came roaring from behind here in the 4th quarter to grab the lead.
And they decided, forget jabbing, forget setting them up. Just throw the haymaker and let's get this thing done. That's exactly what just happened.
Now they'll try to preserve that lead with a little time still on the clock. This is taken at his 4. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now Trubisky on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky. This is caught by Robinson. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. The Bears on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Trubisky will throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. No running room for Zeke on first down as he'll maybe get a yard out of that. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
47. Here we go.
Prescott from the gun. And that will be incomplete.
Personally, I think they've got to go somewhere else with the football. They've got to bracket it out there in double coverage. Makes it hard to fit it in time after time.
It would have had to have been an absolutely perfect. Pass and not good enough. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
65, 65. 53's the mark. 53. Check 53.
The Cowboys will go. Prescott. This to Jarwin. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Throwing on 2nd down. Prescott got an open man, the tight end Jarwin. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 20-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from the 20, and they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver. And now it's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Right there. 54. Right there.
And the blitz does come. This one into the hands of Burton. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
On 1st down, it's Elliott. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
In your face.
They go to Elliott again. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
I'm here all day.
Prescott to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Trubisky. He completes this into the hands of Miller. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Throwing now is Trubisky. It's complete to Robinson.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2 minutes.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin.